Well, hi everybody, and welcome to Silky Intuitive. My name is Nancy. This is a look at Monday, March the 20th, and happy birthday to my very beautiful granddaughter, Clara. She is 2 years old today, well, Monday, tomorrow, the 20th, but we're looking at it on Sunday. This is not a reading for her. This is a reading for you. She doesn't need one yet. Not until life starts to cause her grief. Hasn't done that yet. And so we're looking for you and maybe me. Maybe we'll keep the energy general. It depends on what spirit wants to talk about. I don't know. It could be a day in a life. Let's see what's going on Monday. Are we ready? Just need to converse here for a second with my guide. He's telling me I need to go in right there. How many down? 4 down. 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Oh, guys, what kind of weekend did you have? The Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to throw 4 more. The Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The Fool and the Sun. So we're ending, it feels like we're ending well on Monday. We don't start off real well. Maybe it's one of those things where we just get up out of bed in a bad mood. I've done it a million times lately, a lot. And maybe it's just that I feel maybe something happened over the weekend, a disappointment, something heartbreaking, maybe something unexpected. I have to say something unexpected because of the Fool. Because of the Fool here. And maybe there was some sort of, maybe someone had a hard time or a problem over the weekend. For someone, it's really a matter of affection. For someone, you may have gotten word of over a heartbreak or a disappointment connected to someone, but I think you suddenly feel like somebody just doesn't need you anymore, or you feel very much that someone is discounting you, that someone is maybe turning you away from their life. Maybe you're feeling like someone is focusing on someone else or something else. I'm also feeling that it's possible that maybe you had a rather disappointing event with someone that you care deeply about. It feels like there was either a disappointment, an argument, maybe someone's visit left you wanting more or feeling alone, maybe lonely. I think that for someone, everything was just fine until that lonely feeling set in. Maybe you had company for dinner, or you had a great date with someone, but it left you feeling empty or lonely. But a meeting, a gathering, I feel, of people, it may have gone well, but it left you feeling lonely. by the end of the evening. And I can often say that sometimes you can be in a room full of people and still feel incredibly lonely. And I get that kind of energy here. Look at all the people I have here. I've got these two very young, kind of juvenile energies. You've got this queen here, you've got this queen here, and you've got the fool. And so there feels like there's a lot of activity maybe around you. But in the long run, there's something that's left you feeling lonely or empty. Or maybe there was an event over the weekend you didn't get to go. It turned out to be a really big, beautiful event, and you're living with the disappointment of not actually going, of maybe having to miss it. Maybe you were feeling ill and you couldn't go. But it feels very much like there's a disappointment around an event. It's already happened. It's something that's already passed. I don't see that it's something that's coming up, but I feel that it was just maybe you went to an event expecting one thing and it actually turned into something else. Now, I do see that that feeling of maybe that raw energy of having a disappointment or I can feel almost like somebody had a fender bender. Somebody had a little bit of a catastrophe with the car, and you had to tell your spouse or your parents that you wrecked the car, and it just turned into a horribly bad weekend. But you're coming out of that. I think if you experienced bad energy over the weekend, you're passing out of it by midday on Monday. I think you've got, I think you're feeling a lot happier by the midday than you were first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, I feel, is really um, hard to get through, dealing with something still very emotionally that you're upset about. But moving into your day, it's easing off. Maybe you have to go to work. Maybe there's no choice. You have to come out of a bad mood because you have your responsibilities. And I think maybe even some of you are feeling I'm hearing that somebody is feeling silly over the way that they acted over the weekend. Now, I'm gonna say if somebody got drunk and went through some liquid loudmouth and ended up uh, vomiting on your husband's boss or whatever, that can lead to problems. But I think by Monday, you're coming out of it. You're feeling better, but this early morning situation is not looking too well. And the day looks better once you get past this feeling of being left out or disappointment, knocking at your door. It's an odd, really odd feeling that I'm getting around this situation early in the day. But as you move through it, you're really, everything is feeling a lot more positive probably than it was earlier in the day. The heaviness is disappearing. Clarity is coming back. You're looking at your day with a brand new attitude, a brand new way of looking at your life. Maybe you've made some decisions around a difficult situation. And the more you think about it, the more you feel your way through the situation, the better things start to feel and the more positive things become. Things are going to come back to a more secure, satisfying, happy place. I'm feeling very laid back, very mellow at the end of this reading. But when I started it, it felt like an immediate, somebody wakes up in the morning and zap, there's bad news looking at you immediately upon opening your eyes. But it gets rectified as you get to the middle of the day. Okay, let's see. I need a clarifier on the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords for Monday. General energy. Prison, melancholy. See, this is what I mean. First thing in the morning, right out of the gate, you've got a problem. You've got a real issue here. And it feels like it's making you feel trapped. Maybe making you feel trapped in a situation. Now we also have this woman, the melancholy, and she reflects. She considers, she thinks. She's very much in her head about the past sometimes, but more than anything, she wishes, she longs for a better day. And here we have the butterfly. For me, that's not really about ego or pride. It's about transforming out of things, coming back around to maybe a more I just think an easier way. There's got to be an easier way of going through your day than the immediate energy right out of the door. As you go through the day, it's going to get better. Again, I'm almost feeling like my head is being squeezed. It's a weird energy I'm having right now. But I think that's, see this guy, he's got his hand around his head. Maybe that's what is happening. Maybe that's what I'm getting. I'm hearing a migraine. I'm hearing someone is going to wake up with a hideously bad migraine in the morning. And this is saying, consider maybe a more natural treatment for this particular migraine. Someone is going to wake up with a horribly bad migraine in the morning. I hate that. I hate that. I haven't had a migraine in years, knock on wood. Okay, next. We're feeling better. We're feeling actually younger, more spirited, more secure, a lot clearer in thought by the middle of the day and going into the end of the day. You may still be a little bit off balance, but you're coming around. The old woman, the sigh. Like I said, I think maybe Monday you may be calling in sick. There is a reason why. I'm picking up on migraines. I'm picking up now on like a virus or a stomach flu for someone. Someone's going to wake up Monday. This is the message now. Someone's going to wake up Monday morning under the weather. Someone is going to have to take a day off because a problem that goes back for someone, like I said, like with the migraines, it's an old situation. The situation, we've got here a foe, I think it's just feeling ill. Honestly, I think this is feeling ill more so. And it can say that somebody's still going to be in a bad way because of an event that happened over the weekend. But another explanation for me is that someone is going to be waking up feeling maybe like a flu, a virus, a migraine again. I'm still hearing headaches. And it's something that you may have to take the day off for, rest, relax, to heal, to mend. To mend. I'm gonna stick with that. Conversations. Servant. And the young woman. Interesting. I maybe the situation is new for some of you. But or maybe you are maybe you're in need of a new doctor. I'm hearing if someone is in need of a new doctor. We've got the servant here, and I do see that some of you are going to be seeking out some sort of maybe medical help today, under the circumstances that you're just going to be feeling out of sorts, under the weather, maybe fluish. For me, this is be aware tonight, whoever this is for. Just take precautions tonight. If it means anything to you, get extra rest, drink extra water, have some broth. Bone broth is wonderful. Make a great bone broth. It'll fix you right up. Some tea. Take care of yourself, because this is really saying that whether it's a bad event, a drunken weekend, a hangover, a migraine, a flu, something is off balance for someone on Monday. By the middle to late day, you start gaining your abilities again, but expect for someone on Monday, you're going to be kind of knocked off of your feet by something that takes you to a place of not feeling terribly well. Apologies for whoever is going to go through a kind of a sick feeling morning. For those of you who want a private reading, contact information at the Weebly page down below. If you want, there's a growing library. I'm working on air signs today, I believe, or water. One of those two. I'm either working on air or water today on my new series called Should I Stay or Should I Go? So I'm working on those today. Hopefully I'll be able to release some more by tomorrow, Tuesday. Is that it? I think that's it. Guys, please take care. Like I said, get lots of fluids, see a doctor if you need to. Take your medication if you've forgotten. For some reason, you're going to kind of be knocked off your feet on Monday. So stay in bed, get lots of loving care and rest. Take care of yourself and be well. And for those of you who are the caregivers of this person, you be well too. And peace.